Hello, everybody. My name is Shiraz Hasan. I am the Vice President of our Global Business Marketing team. I've been with AT&T for a little over 14 years now. I started off my career in sales. I've done many different specialty sales roles. The last 4 or 5 years I've spent in the Internet of Things organization working in business development, sales, and recently as a VP of product development or product management there. And now recently joined the global marketing team to help with the global marketing channel enablement and the vertical initiatives that we're running. You know, it's been a very, very good journey. It has been, like I said, a little over 14 years now. I started off at AT&T, grew up in Southern California, went to college there, and through some family reasons ended up moving to Houston and started off at Singular Wireless actually at the time, helping sell wireless email solutions to our enterprise customers with BlackBerry devices and GoodLink type devices that were out there at the time. You know, at a very young age, coming from a South Asian background, you're taught to be respectful in conversations. And if you have people that are maybe more experienced than you are in a conversation, you're typically taught culturally, especially in my household, it was like you don't go speak up when there's adults present or others. I had a conversation with a leader at a very early stage in my career that gave me some advice that was a little contradictory to the cultural beliefs that I had, which was that if you're in a meeting or sitting at a desk, or if you've been invited to be a part of a conversation, and if you have an opinion, you should definitely share it because there's a reason you were invited. You belong at that chair. And there's a fine balance between being abrasive or abruptive versus making sure in a tactful, thoughtful way you convey your personal perspective on the subject. And I think it's very important to do that. And I started doing that based on that advice a long time ago. And it has definitely paid dividends. And I would encourage all our members and people in any aspect of life that are, if you're in a meeting, be in a meeting. If you've been invited to a conversation, the reason you're sitting at that table, you should definitely speak up. Oh, you know, there's a few things having that I have passion. I love to read. I love to read books that are self-development or personal development books, leadership books, communication books. I think there isn't enough ways you can communicate with your teams. You can always get better at communicating effectively. You can always become a better leader. And I make sure I have a couple of books every summer that I go through and read during family vacations or plane times that we have. The other big inspiration right now in my life are my kids. I've got 3 boys, 11, 8, and 4. All 3 of them play soccer, so Saturdays and Sundays are spent on the soccer fields. Luckily in Dallas in the summer, it's indoor soccer for us, so we're not out in the sun, swim meets. And, you know, it's very important to me that I continue to personally self-develop and pass down things that I learn onto the people that are in my organization, around my organization. The other thing that I have a lot of passion on is making sure that I give back to the community. Throughout my career here at AT&T, I've had a number of leaders take time out of their busy schedules and mentor me and guide me in my career, and it has paid huge dividends. And there are many leaders across our leadership, or within our team, across our leadership team, that I can name, and I owe a huge gratitude. I have a huge gratitude towards that have helped me where I am. So I make sure I do that. I obviously mentor for Oasis as much as I would like to do more, and I know Arti wants me to do more. I also volunteer and work with the Allen ISD a little bit where I live and go to the schools and do a small workshop with kids, younger kids that are higher elementary and middle school kids, and give them career advice this early or advice on public speaking that may be beneficial to them. And I try to stay involved. I have many people that have worked for me or worked in other organizations that I've partnered with that regularly come to me and ask me for advice sometime one-on-one, and I'll always make sure, as busy as our schedules get, to me there needs to be time allocated for us to go do that, and I try to do my best to do as many of those sessions as possible as well.